Hello, everybody. Welcome to ChaoticCalling Streaming. I am the DM Starwin, and I would like you to welcome these lovely adventurers who are going to be with us today. We have Faustus.
I am perfectly fine.
And then we have music transition, and apparently I got to fix my thing real quick. Hold on one second.
You're literally tunneling.
Yeah, I see this. Apparently it wasn't on the right one. Where is it at? Here we go. There you go, guys. Sorry about that. There you
wonder
go.
how far it can actually detect.
Let's not go down that tunnel. Continuing on, we have Kronk.
Good evening.
And then we have Oren.
Let's bash some skulls in.
And then we have Arthur.
Hello, everybody.
And then we have Shella. Hey guys, how's it going? And Ori, I think, is going to be MIA today, so she will be either background or probably off doing her own thing. And then whenever she comes back, we can visit her and see what she did. Give her a little progression in her storyline if needed. But the rest of you, let's see here. Oh, I wrote notes. Let me do that first. So, and correct me if I'm thinking incorrectly because I was just going off the top of my head. But our adventuring party fully registered as guild members. I think every one of you finally are a part of the adventuring guild in Dragonspine. Now you set out on a lead that has been haunting Orin, looking for Elegus, who was reported to have made his way to Timor City. Looking for one of the twins is the best lead you have. Uh, and you guys took leave of Dragonspine and head to Timor City proper. Sorry. And after some camping out at night and making the trip and running into a familiar caravan, they they told specifically not to go directly east to the temple where the demons were. They were greeted with the returning. They were greeted them. Okay, I'm gonna go take a nap. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do this. No, I'm kidding. They were greeted with them returning to Timor and offered them safe passage to the city for the information. Now, in the city, the party is debating on how to gather information as noble clothing is being designed and set up for Arthur. Shella and Faustus continue to discuss when to meet the parents, and Kronk contentedly waits the party to make a move. Ori and Shella become fast friends and gossip about anything imaginable, for a kobold at least. And basically, you guys are at the Broken Tusk Inn. You've already arranged for your rooms, I believe. It is becoming evening, so if there's any evening shenanigans, as we pointed out, you may proceed into your evening course of actions. Perhaps continue talking about what you want to do to discover information, or just see what happens. Anyway.
So at the very least, I believe we can probably agree that that Arthur and I will try to introduce ourselves to Lady Risa.
I think that's a good idea. I think it's best that I go to the temple and see if maybe they know anything about the twins or even about the hill.
Kind of like turns to Kronk, like, would you like to join Orin, or did you have your own ideas, Kronk?
I may find a quest board somewhere if no one else needs me.
Well, I'm usually not the best talker, so I might need some backup.
I would be much happy to come with you.
And then after we finish, we can go to the quest board if you like.
If we have time.
What time are you supposed to meet this Lady Rissa?
Well, we don't have an appointment, but I'm sure if we were able to come into contact with their, I guess what would be like the noble's version of like an assistant?
Um, you know,
Liaison?
well, they would have like you would probably visit the estate anyway, and they would either meet you at the front or invite you in just long enough to meet you personally, and then send you on your way. Um, you know, it would be
Like
somebody in
the
the
estate
staff that-
guard, they'll be at the gate.
Yeah. They'll be there to tell you no. A vassal, yeah, something like that. Retainers. I think that's
Actually, that's probably the better word for it. Retainer
Yeah.
is a more more generalized term.
right. They,
But
you
I
know,
suppose I'm sure we could charm the retainer to granting us an audience.
well, I never thought about making her a retainer. All right, go continue. I'll be creating.
And with any luck, she might be so gracious enough to give us an invitation to one of the city gatherings.
Kind of have something that she might want too, right?
Well, potentially. Or she might simply give it to us for opportunity. I'm not sure if she's aware of the Corinthian nobility, but connections are important among our ilk.
Arthur, did you tell Faustus what you told me?
I don't think I ever did relay that, but
No,
um,
I mean, like, I already know she's a noble person. I'm just speaking in general.
Okay.
Slight buzz on the mic. Is it me or is it them? I do appreciate that kind of feedback. I do want to make sure that we are producing good quality content here. Everyone went through the stream. That's weird. Oh, you know what it is? It's Twitch, and it's really idiotic, and I really don't like it. But Twitch does this. So what you need to do is refresh because it will outsync the, the codecs or whatever. Like there's some technical stuff that's going on that requires you to refresh. So try refreshing, and if it's still bad, let me know. But thank you so much for keeping me in the know because I do want to make sure we are. Yeah. Just refresh. Just try a quick refresh, and it should work. Because whenever I visit other people's channels, Twitch does the same thing to us too, like to mine. But yeah, let me know if that doesn't work, and then we'll fix it even further. But I digress. Continue with your conversation, guys.
So it's as I said, she may just very well offer us the invitation just for connections alone. But I suppose if she would prefer a favor in exchange, I think we're well equipped to do such a thing.
I don't know, but hopefully she has some information. So,
Meanwhile, no, go ahead.
So we have two objectives planned for tomorrow. We have you both going to your area, and we have myself and Kronk. We will be going to the temple. I think we need to possibly just be on guard because possibly we do know there is a hidden cell here. So we have to keep our eyes about ourselves no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think this is any of our first times in the underground. With maybe the exception of Kronk.
The underground has less sun in it and is not as conducive to the wildlife.
We rise as one.
No, Kronk, not that underground, the other one.
There's more than one.
Faustus just kind of like gives this blank look. The criminal underground, Kronk.
There's criminals in the sewers.
I love it.
Just kind of turns his head back towards Orin. We understand what I'm talking about, right?
Let me roll on that one.
I mean, you did say criminal. I mean, I don't see what you're needing to figure out there.
Yes, I know what you're talking
It
about.
might be just a troll roll.
Yeah. Do I help him? Do I not help him? All right, so
But yeah,
you go ahead. I'm just wondering.
No, I was just saying, well, yeah, it's like, well, it's as you said. It's like we do our best to complete our objectives while also keeping an eye and ear out for anything peculiar.
Well, maybe we can do some scouting out just in the area right now. Maybe try and find possible leads on maybe if there is a warehouse for the hill around here. There's more than one.
I don't know which one of us remember. Was there a map in that last warehouse about other places?
Yeah, it was a map, but it was a map to the place that we went to.
Yeah, it was a local map.
Well, there was also the one where it said deliveries to this place and deliveries to that place or something.
That was probably more of a ledger than map.
Right, and yeah, I don't. The map that we found was meant for the place where we fought the Hill Might. Well, actually, I have a list. I still haven't shown it to the innkeeper. Maybe they can recognize some names on it. I should probably do that. So, well, actually,
As your oh, you got to run for a bit. All right, yeah. So he's gonna be MIA for a little bit, but he'll be listening in. So we'll try to like play this backgroundish like. So eventually, this barmaid comes back to check on you. She's got like sprouty red hair and green eyes, and she just kind of like checks in on you guys. Are you guys all doing all right? Anything I can get you guys?
I believe my friend here would like a cool glass of water, and I could go for an ale.
Coming right up. And she just kind of like turns on a heel and goes to make your order. And I think when he gets back, we can go ahead and start like the temple scene if you guys want to go in that direction. But is there anywhere that Arthur and Faustus are thinking about going? Or Faustus alone?
Faustus was looking to have a conversation with both Orin and Krunk, but it would be preferable if Orin came back first.
Yeah, that would definitely help. But
I can still talk.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, all right.
When
cool.
I get on the road, it's gonna disconnect me for like a minute.
All right, no problem. Yeah, and we'll roll anything if we need to for you. All right, so he's gonna stay online at the same time. All right, so yeah, go ahead and have that conversation.
Actually, specifically, he's going to ask if they could maybe follow him to his room real quick.
All right, so we're moving this to a private locale, as it were. Shella and Ori stand up from their table and like, we're going shopping! And Ori just drags her out the door. Let's go, friend.
Wait, what are they shopping for?
Dun, dun, dun. That'll be an adventure I get to talk to Silver about whenever she gets time. But
I believe Shella, you're looking for a wedding dress.
What would a kobold consider a wedding dress, though?
Don't know.
Let's
That's
not think
the part
about that.
scares me.
As it should. Because here I am. I'm thinking it out right now. Don't worry, it's in the back of my mind. We'll deal with that even later. So you know what? I could probably look for the where is it at? We can get us a tavern map. Oh hey, look, it's Surfing. Let's kick him out of here. Who dis? Oh, you know what? That person probably passed away too. Oh yeah, you're not here either. You're not here. You're not here. You guys are gone. You just clean house. Hey, I think that's everybody, right?
Just gonna kind of scooch up here.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, you can claim any of the rooms. It's fine.
it's really weird that this single room has 2 beds. No.
Is Arthur staying out the conversation, or what you up to?
I mean, I was asked not to join. Doesn't
Was
mean
he-
I'm not going to be listening.
Oh, I thought they invited you in. They were saying everybody, or wasn't Arthur a part of that?
No,
or no?
just me and Kronk.
Oh, okay,
With,
you guys. All right, never mind. My apologies.
Yeah, I'm still going to be listening in.
All right, so you kind of
Oh, full
Make
on
a-
Warren.
make a stealth check then. It's pretty good. I don't think anybody's got that kind of passive perception. Do you
The
have
one
a
who probably could have at one point would be Kronk, but I don't think he has that.
yeah. So not even Orin can tell that he's there. And I believe Kronk is around the same situation with him, I believe. Let's see, what's your yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I guess now we just need you to make a perception check as you're listening in, and then these guys go ahead and start their conversation. All right, well, let's
Did
go
he
ahead.
just get a nat one?
Huh?
I heard the laughing, so did he get a nat one?
Now what?
I'll tell you what you hear after I hear the conversation. And that's probably all you hear. All right, so Faustus, as your door closes behind you and Kronk and Orin are here with you, proceed.
Yeah, like as he kind of like closes the door behind him, he's like looking a little tense and kind of turns toward you two and says, we're friends, aren't we?"
I know.
I hope so.
I know we've had our disagreements, but I do trust you.
That's not quite the question, but I'll take that for now.
Yes, we're friends.
Frankly, well, this is. I'm at a bit of a loss right now, and I've been told that friends will tell you when you will be. How do the commoners put it? Be acting cray cray?
Been hanging around Shella too much.
Crayfish are very delicious.
Crazy.
Yes, crazy. I'm still trying to pick up the commoner slang. Pardon me.
Oh, I don't understand it at all. You can just talk straight up to me.
Well then, I suppose I'll just come out with it. So was this was last night, correct?
This is the
When
same
he was
day.
visited?
Oh, by the coddle? Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Well, stop me if this sounds a little too crazy, but a flying snake last night told me that I have different parents and that I'm actually descendant of a seraphim.
What is a seraphim?
Is the cleric about to roll this?
I don't know. Do you want me to roll a religion check for you?
Yes, please.
All right, let me get that open for you.
I am a forge clerk.
I know.
Just saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you were
I
trained in
mean-
some regard.
Well, you know, religion and angels. Actually, you know what a seraphim is. They are celestial beings known as Asimar to most.
I do not know of any flying snakes. It does not sound real to me.
Oh, the flying snake. That's what gets me.
Well, it's not just me. Shella saw it as well, so it most certainly was there. and it spoke to me in a language that I used to think I didn't know, but apparently I just instinctually do.
And you speak with all animals, like me?
No, Krunk, it wasn't speaking with an animal. I spoke in the celestial tongue, but I've never studied it in my entire life.
Well, so you don't think your parents are your parents? They adopted you and never told you?
Maybe adoption might be a very loose term in this sense, as there's something else I haven't been telling you. Even I wish he wasn't here, but I also wish he was here. In reference to Surfect.
Yeah, I was
Like,
thinking
he knows
that
more
for
about this
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were going to talk about Jeff, but
Yeah, Jeff too, I guess. Huh?
But I've had a few strange dreams, and the most recent dream has been the most clear. I don't believe I was adopted. I'm afraid I might have been taken away.
I mean, kidnapped?
Dun, dun, dun.
In a word, yes.
Well, let me ask you a question. So you don't know this. I've never really told you both, but I myself do not know my parents. I was adopted from my current parents as an infant. I don't share any qualities of my parents. I don't at all. Do you share any qualities of your parents? Or so-called parents?
Like, oh god, I wonder if you know what? I'm gonna.
There's like a humanized clock going off in your head right now as the math is being produced. Yeah, feel
It's
free
like,
to make.
you know what? I'm just gonna. Like,
You-
maybe it would be like a flat wisdom or like a flat insight.
Yeah, you want to
Well, like-
insight your parents from afar as you're trying to come to a conclusion? Yeah, go for it.
Like coming to like an internal insight. It's like, I really should have seen this coming?
Yeah, go ahead. I got a
If-
DC in mind.
Oh, I will buy you advantage and put in the cookies after.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. This is a. All right. So they're rooting for you on this insight check. Go for it.
Like
Is
with
that
an
plus 4?
18.
Yeah. Okay. All the realization up to this point, your parents never told you were adopted, and they treated you like you were family direct, but that dream is just way too real, and there's a lot of little pieces that are coming together, and your world has just been shattered. That's not my mom and dad.
You know, I did always have questions as a child, but they just explained it all away, and I felt so comforted by that. But now, just looking back now, it all just seems so obvious.
Am I different, mom and dad? Here's a toy. Go away, kid.
Like
Yay!
any abnormalities, they just explained that it was just a gift from us.
Here's another toy. Go away, kid.
Oh.
Fuck. Actually, like, what was the role that we gave was Surfik the last time that that he slipped?
I forget offhand what you're talking about. Or on what notion?
Uh, he just about said the A word.
I don't know. Do you want to be penalized that way too? Go for it. Make a wisdom saving throw to see if you don't blatantly curse.
No.
Or
The
what?
Asmodeus word. That A word.
No, that ain't word. I thought we were talking about assholes, which is I.
Could be in the same context.
I mean,
I think that's a
What-
perception, maybe.
like, do you perceive he's around? Is that what you're trying to figure out? Tell me what you're intending with this. Like, I'm dancing around you. I don't know what you're actually looking for.
So Oren would respond with gift from who, because he just was saying
Oh,
they explained it was a gift
He got
from
the
as
he got the first like 2 or 3 letters.
okay. As, and then he just kind of like shut down before saying it. Is that right?
Like he pops it over his mouth again. It's like
Say his name. He'll know you're there.
Bostis, I think we're trying to be open. You have nothing to fear. We are friends.
Oh,
it's
Lord.
not really fear of you that I'm concerned about.
What are you afraid of?
Do you recall where my power comes from, correct?
Yes. So you're afraid of that thing.
So they have a significant amount of power. And I borrow a portion of that. And I don't think you would be agreeable if I revealed that information.
If we knew the name. Understandable, I respect you. I wouldn't want to see any harm come to you, my friend.
Regardless, a gift from them to our family. But the Asimar explanation makes sense as well.
So are you saying that all of your family have a deal with this entity?
That yes, as I believe I've explained already, it is a family tradition to sign over to our, I guess, family's patron, as it were, from our 16th birthday onwards.
So what would happen if you didn't sign your name?
But it was simply out of the question.
Do you really feel like if they were really your parents, they would force you into into this kind of bargain?
I mean, it's been something that it's something that the Dawnbreakers have done for generations. It's like, and most certainly the most important emphasis was put on the firstborn son, who would carry on the tradition with their family and their family thereafter.
So, do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have none.
I have 9 brothers and sisters.
So, could you?
So no matter what, it was really not a question of whether I would or I wouldn't, but that simply I would.
Well, let me see. What if you were taken from your original parents and you were signed over as some sort of sacrifice?
Faustus,
So,
I need
Oh,
you
go
to
ahead.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Hello.
Hey, Silver. Welcome. You and
Sorry,
Shell. Yeah, you and Sheller are shopping. We'll get to you in a minute.
Oh,
Faustus,
okay.
you have an inkling that you need to read the last page of your book. Like there is a sudden
sorry.
urge. Like it's almost a burning sensation at the back of your neck that you gotta read that last page.
Well, I guess we're doing this. Faustus stops mid, about to answer, pulls out his book, and he flips to the last page.
On the last page, you see a bunch of infernal text light up in gold lettering. And each word you feel your lips start to say. And you guys hear him speaking in demonic tongue right now. And he is conjuring something into this plane. He doesn't know why he's saying these words, but you can feel the wind in this room just start to pressurize and build up. What do you want to do?
Yeah, gonna cast darkness.
I think we need to grapple.
That won't do shit.
You can't read what you can't see.
I'm gonna grapple him.
Well, now you can't see him.
And in fact, I can. So I would think I would have like advantage on that check anyway.
DM
Yeah.
pushing this silly plot. It's shame on me.
Well,
Okay, let's.
Kronk. So while Kronk does the darkness, right?
Yeah,
We still hear him though, right?
yeah. So,
Kronk, he's still reading. He can see it.
oh yeah, that's true. You
Fuck.
can't. Fuck you and your infernal bullshit, right?
Back the light.
I figured it out, guys. I know how to get even with these warlocks now. Alright, so you're wanting to make a grapple. I will allow you to do it with disadvantage. As you jump through the shadows and try to get him. And you can make an acrobatics or... There will be no guidance added to this.
No guidance because
Yeah.
I'm just reacting.
Yeah. And Faustus, go ahead and make
That is
acrobatics.
impressive.
Yeah, that's still pretty good, ain't it? How's your acrobatics or athletics? You rolled a 20 on your lowest.
Gonna go ahead and flip
Advantage
off my
for
own
Faustus.
guidance because obviously I'm casting a different spell right now.
Yeah. Your ritual casting summon pit fiend to burn the world to the ground. I mean, what? You grapple him. You feel him in your arms. He is still reading. What's next?
Excuse me.
Alright.
All right, I guess I'll drop the darkness as it's not helping. And
Yeah. You see the two of them kind of like grappled up, and he's got arms around him. Now you can see where he's looking. What do you want to do?
oh fuck, you're not gonna like me any.
No, I'm not. It's fine. You do what you gotta do. Like, this book doesn't matter. This book doesn't
I'm gonna put 5 poisonous berries in his mouth.
Oh Jesus.
oh, okay. So he stopped, and then the words and the wind and the pressure in the room kind of disintegrates as it starts to gerbil, and you're forced to like have your mouth filled with these gems of fruit. And as much as you were pained to do it, you finally regain your senses as your allies help you come back to yourself, and the flames that were burning at your neck to read that passage fade.
I'm gonna take the book and sit on it.
So, funny thing, Kronk, as soon as you take it from him, and I'll say you take it, you sit on it, then all of a sudden your butt hits the floor as the book disappears.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Arthur, the whole wall here, you're just hearing a bunch of and yeah, now it's legit. There's been some thumping, there's been some bumping and some noises against the wall, but I don't know, you could have jumped in there if you wanted to, but it's up to you. What are you doing?
As far as I know, it's just Orin trying to murder Faustus again, so
Just walk away, stage left. All right.
no, yeah, I'm not. That door opens.
All right. If you guys want, I can give you a moment and I'll switch over to Ori real quick if you want.
Meanwhile, in a different part of the city.
Yeah. So Ori, you and Shella decided to go shopping. And she's like, I just don't know where to go. Where do I go to find a dress? What the hell is even a dress anyway?
Oh, a dress is something you wear to weddings. I know that.
Yes, well, that's what the whole point of this adventure is supposed to be. Let's go find a dress. And I need you to roll investigation with disadvantage because she is not helping you one damn bit. Find this dress shop,
Okay.
if anything. And you'll find, yeah. Takes you a while. She thinks she saw a dress shop, but all she saw was curtains. Then she ran up to another place, and it
boy.
was nothing but furniture. Then she ran up to another place. It was a general shop. You guys kind of like maybe popped in for a half a second, realized no dresses. And then eventually you find Botany Boutique. And she's like, who's Boutique?
I think it's botany.
Botany? Are they going to have plants in there? This is epic.
Maybe.
We could turn that off, huh? But there are dresses in the windows, and she's like, this is a weird place to have a name called Botany, but let's check it out.
Okay.
And
So
inside
we go inside.
yeah, inside this lovely place, there's a familiar to us, but not to us, not to in here. An aged halfling woman comes from behind the counter as she seems to be working on a project or two. She smiles brightly as she kind of like gets up on a step stool. Oh, hello, dearies. How can I help you? I need a dress. I'm getting married. Oh, my.
A wedding dress of the best proportions.
Bridesmaid? Or are you the maid of honor?
Yes.
Shit, what's an
I don't know.
honor?
Can I be maid of honor, jealous?
Sure, why not?
Yay!
And she's like, oh, so you're the one who's getting married? Points to the kobold. Yes! And, yeah. Basically, at this point, Shella gets fitted at this point. And, yeah, the two of you spend the rest of the afternoon getting this dress prepared for both you and her. And with that, we will come back to the other scene as we zoom back in on. You're able to swallow those berries, you know. Yeah.
how aware of I was of that situation? Like more like body doing shit while your mind just watches, or
Sorry about that.
No, I went ahead and skipped the scene since you were gone, but we'll come back to you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make me an intelligence check to see if your mind was completely placid or not. No, you kind of like you tagged out, like you really like. Okay, so like the page. All right, who's echoing? We gotta stop this nonsense. All right, had a quick look at our Discord, and I just don't know what to think anymore. All right. With that, Yeah, you just basically tagged out. You don't remember it, and anything on that last page is a blank page to you. Like you don't even recall doing it yourself. And you got Orin on top of you. You just swallowed all these boysenberries, and Kronk's sitting in a corner.
Orin, what are you doing?
You're reading something in Infernal and it looked dangerous. In some kind of language.
You may have eaten some poisonous berries.
Wait, what?
Does he?
You would not stop reading from the book.
You know, I thought he said boysenberries, but if he said boysenberries, boy, that just changes things a little bit. I might need a con save.
Oh boy.
Well, you did have poison.
I have half as many as I used to have.
Thankfully, I apparently swallowed it down.
All right, Silver, watch your mic. You're picking up noise. Thank you. All right. And let's see here. So, yeah, what do you guys do?
Orin, could you please get off of me?
I let him go.
And what do you mean my book? My book's not even out.
Sitting on it.
He's got it. You're reading a page. I think you flipped to the end.
It's hold on. It's like Kronk, give me the book, please.
I'll stand up to give it to him.
You are not able to give it to him because it disappeared.
Kronk, I thought you said you were sitting on the book.
I was. I took it from you and I sat on it so you would not be able to get to it.
I saw him.
Faustus is going to look in his... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Star.
Yeah, a little bit of voice going through your head. But you know for a fact that if you want your book, you can bring it to this plane at any... with just a thought.
At any rate... So you're saying I was possessed for a time?
Well, you don't remember anything, right? You don't remember me grabbing you? You don't remember Kronk grabbing your book?
I don't even remember taking the book out.
You're possessed.
Oh, that's just the cherry on top to a very frustrating 48 hours.
It seems like it was when I mentioned you might have been taken as a sacrifice.
It's like, no, if they wanted to sacrifice me, they could have just done that right then and there.
Well, I mean, for you to sign because you don't have any children, maybe they are required to have someone like you signed, maybe to prevent them from something bad happening, possibly. If I knew you're aligned with, then we could find some more information, but
Oren, are you familiar with Corinthia?
Meanwhile, Shell is over here having a conversation with a warrior. Yeah, we're gonna have 5 kids. It's gonna be great.
Yeah?
Yep, I'm gonna name it Bob, Tom, Rom, and Com, and what's another name that starts with Dom.
Ooh, I like those names.
They're very simple, but they're definitely a system to it.
Yeah. How many children are you gonna have?
I said 5. Don't you listen?
Oh.
Just in case one of them doesn't make it, you know. And then
yeah.
Then back to the other scene.
So, Oren, are you not familiar with Perinthia?
Probably not. I don't know. I'll roll a history check.
Yeah. Are you here now?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I
yeah,
just
go
sent you your cookie.
Gonna be a maybe?
ahead. Wait. You said what?
Your cookie clusters. For the advantage that I bought Foss.
Oh well, Foster's. No, I didn't.
It was
even-
the insight one.
Yeah, but he
Because he
didn't-
said he would.
You said you would give it to him, but he didn't need it. And I don't
okay.
have. Yeah, and I don't have anything from you from Cookie Clusters. Yeah, because you didn't need a buy.
Okay, well,
Now you got to decide: are you buying it for yourself or not? But this is just to find out information about a continent that you may or may not have
Yeah.
visited or heard in passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically all you know about Parenthia is what Faustus has told you at this point.
no, I have not really heard of Corinthia, only from what you've told me, Faustus.
I'm not going to ask you, Krunk. I don't think.
But the book is right
This
here.
is.
You're talking about the one that found the warehouse. He could have stumbled in Corinthia.
No, Perinthia is an entire ocean away.
No,
I don't think Krunk has even left this continent. Or I don't think you would have been the type to study in a library. Anyways, that is far off topic. Perinthia is a country very well known for the acquisition of questionable labor.
Slavery.
That.
questionable labor.
So the buying and selling of questionable labor is not an uncommon practice. If they really needed us to sacrifice something to a devil, they could just as easily pay for it.
But what if you were that questionable service?
Well, from what at least based on my dream, I was not but an infant, but
But you're saying at age 16 you need to sign your life to this entity, right?
yes, and I did that 3 years ago.
But the thing is, for you, I'm thinking, what if they brainwashed you? What if they took you away from your parents at infant stage to say treat you as their son because they saw you more as a sacrificial lamb that they needed? Maybe there's something that you don't know about this deal that needs to be made. Maybe they needed someone to sign into the kind of bargain you signed for.
I don't know. How well would I have read that? How well would have I understood that pact at ye old 16 years of age?
You were bright-eyed and excited to be anything that your parents wanted you to exceed to be. Like, I think you were convinced to do this out of the love of your family. Like, they showered you with just enough love to make you want to do what they want you to do. You ever have that parental figure just say, you want to join the military because that's a guaranteed job. You're going to be sure to do right. Yeah, I can relate to that.
It's a bit embarrassing to say, but thinking back, I didn't really consider the terms of the agreement, just that, well,
Felt like a family
I just
obligation.
that I would do anything for mother and father.
Right, and that's probably why they wanted you as an infant, so they could get you.
Frankly, I don't know what what the devil would want with an Asimar, but at least in this respect.
Well, so now, I don't think you mentioned you were with the devil.
Dang it, I said.
Wait.
Beautiful! You stepped into it, not me. I didn't bring...
Hey, music, is your
so-
mic hovering over your head or something? You're a little distant.
Oh, sorry. I was kind of laughing really loud, so...
Oh, that's fine. Then. I wanted to make sure we can hear you.
You signed a
he
deal
just keeps
with-
talking to himself and revealing details he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Damn
You
it.
signed a deal with a what?
Thing.
A devil?
Yes, I made a deal with a devil.
And you're wondering why a devil would want to have an Asimar.
I would also wonder why the devil wants an Asimar.
Meanwhile, I would like to say
Meanwhile.
that we were sponsored by the Descent into a Furnace, but we're not. But this would have been a good segue. But no, we'll get Ori back over here eventually. I just didn't know if you were going to be able to make it, so you're kind of like stuck in that scene. We'll try to get you back here shortly, though. But I would say like
Fine.
this whole scenario's taken like maybe 30 minutes, so we're probably looking close to 4:30 to 5. So you're losing daylight, but you're making progress in story. At least some of you are.
He probably would have and say the devil part because Warren pretty much would have said that really loud.
You know what? That's fair. You heard devil, and that's about it. I mean, he did have a shitty perception. You know what? This whole place might have good soundproofing, and there might be a reason why. This might be that reason. Our clients' privacy is important to us. Continue.
Faustus, what devil are you aligned with?
The first one.
The only devil you need to know.
Are you talking like a higher up devil, like the leader of devils?
Do I sense a deception check?
He's going to try and save face.
Yeah. So what do you say? And then we'll see if this rolls out.
So come now, do you sincerely believe that my family would be associated with the of the highest devil order? You can't be serious.
They're not your family, from my understanding.
Well, make a deception anyways.
He's-
If
I'm
not
gonna-
for Orin's sake, for Kronk's sake.
I'm gonna buy him advantage on this.
You're gonna buy what?
Disadvantage on.
You know the
Faustus.
price went
Oh,
up, right?
I know.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay.
You know, I have a.
Oh yeah, that's right.
121,000
My God, you fucking troll. Whatever. Give me my clusters.
Fuck.
Well, the lowest was a 16.
So roll insight. You want to give me some more clusters and give yourself advantage? I mean, we can keep going all day. I feel like I
even
need.
Kronk could give it a try if you. I could
Like
think Kronk
Kronk
could even
just
give
over
it a
here
try.
watching. He's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself advantage. Let me see.
It's a shame you didn't buy it before.
I know.
Oh no.
he's an honest
Kronk
boy,
believes
Kronk.
him.
Yeah, he's an honest boy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, give me my clusters, you jerk.
Yeah.
I got your disadvantage. I didn't get your advantage yet.
Is that
Forgot to type
advantage?
it.
Control.
Huh?
I did it. Oh, I did send it. Do I have to do that?
There you go. You gotta hit enter. That's It's fine.
Change-
It's fine.
Enter.
Yeah. So now it's like, now you get advantage, you jerk. No. I'll go ahead and take your 24. I'm not going to waste all day on this. All right, so there you go. You called him out on his BS. But Kronk, he seems honest about it. Sincere, if anything else. Arthur, that wall is just really, really good at keeping sound from coming out.
Faustus?
Is he sleeping in the hallway?
No, he was trying to do a perception check while stealth, but his perception was terrible.
It was literally
Oh.
a natural 1. He has a +7 to perception.
Yeah, it was one of them days. Alright, so what's gonna happen here? 5 p.m. now, because I said...
Boss, you asked if we were friends. I said we are friends. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't expect you to lie to me.
Why would he lie to me, though?
I don't. He should. The three of us, we've been together for some time now, and we've been through quite a bit. I trust you both. I don't care if you're aligned with the devil, but I want to help you, Faustus.
What would you say if it was the King of Devils?
I'm still gonna be your friend. I'm still gonna help you.
I would ask for stronger powers.
No, I wouldn't ask for that.
Yes, for more. Rocket's like, you should be.
Was Faustus just low-key called weak?
Oh no!
But I lost my parents. You lost your parents. It seems. We have something that can bond us, and in my eyes, you were forced into something, and you may think you weren't forced, but come on. I got your back.
Aw.
So then do you want to hear it from my mouth then?
If you don't want it, you don't need to say his name.
Well, he literally dropped the biggest hint just a few sentences ago.
I know you did, but if you want to say his name, you can say his name.
Hold on. I got something for this. Let me get to my thing here.
Here comes the voice.
Say my name, say my name. You know that you want to. Just let me know what you're up to.
Hopefully that came out all right.
Yeah, we heard that.
The
Yeah.
last part is hard to hear though.
No, it was just a rendition of "Say My Name."
Oh, okay. That's what I thought it was at first.
I swear he has the weirdest sense of humor in the most serious of moments.
Just speaking to him? Or was he speaking to you?
The one who was speaking to me and is the patron to the Dawnbreaker family is the King of Devils, Asmodeus.
Well, at least now we know.
So, what were you saying about helping me?
Well, to help you, we need to figure out why. The only way to figure that out is there might be some kind of connection with the Asimar and Asmodeus, or a connection with the Dawnbreakers and Asimar.
I believe the only way I'm going to know for certain is, and I desperately hate to say it considering the context around it, but we do have to visit Mom and Pop.
What about Scarlet? What is the connection with Scarlet? This entire
That,
I thought you were working with Minerva, actually.
No, I mean, there are several organizations looking to gain favor with Minerva, but as far as Minerva herself, no. It's like only Scarlet is particularly affiliated with Minerva herself.
But what is her connection with your family? Because they sent you to go see her, right?
It's like, well, frankly, they're paying her for something. But for what I can't say for certain, maybe just literally buying favor with Minerva through those who worship her? Frankly, I don't know.
Do you remember when I destroyed the tail? What was that really meant for?
Well, as I told you when it happened, it most likely was just something for Scarlet's personal uses. It's like that tail would never have been able to do anything particularly significant. But I suppose in your defense, I wasn't the most trustworthy person at the time.
But why did your parents send you to help her with that?
Well, maybe not with that specifically. They just said to offer my assistance, whatever that assistance may be.
I think maybe Scarlet might have some answers. Possibly. It was strange seeing her at the hill.
Oh, well, that's just because the Shella had sort of wandered off by herself and Scarlet went to retrieve her. But at any rate, I think the most prudent information that I'll ever get is if I just somehow find a way to get the information from mother and father respectively.
So
That's where we go. Where we have to go.
Well, for now I've already promised my word to assist you in the matters regarding the Hill of Might. I still plan to fully help in that regard. But once we have dealt with that, if I may be so bold to ask, could you perhaps escort me home?
If we don't find any information, any prudent information tomorrow, I say we head to Corinthia. I want to find the answers for you. And who knows, maybe your true parents could still possibly be alive. Or at least we can maybe find information on them.
Flashes back to his most recent dream.
yeah.
Just like the image, just like remembering, take her out back. You know what to do.
Oh yeah.
I might not hold out hope for that part, but I very much am grateful. Although I really wish that we could have a conversation together where one of us isn't about trying to kill each other.
I wasn't trying to kill you. I was just holding you this time. I didn't throw a punch.
No, this time it was my fault.
Sorry, Cromp, what was that? Hold on, Cromp, what was that? I really do want to hear what you said.
Perhaps we have a conversation over supper.
Supper sounds good.
Does.
Yes, we'll table these discussions for now, but I must give my sincere thanks for you two for hearing me out, and I do apologize for what I almost did.
We are friends, and we are allies. You have my word. I will help you.
I will help as well.
And could you possibly keep this information to yourselves for now? I don't really know Ori, and I'm starting to get to know Arthur a bit better, but he's still a bit of a mystery to me. I really don't know where his alliances are.
I will not tell them. I personally do think we can trust Arthur. Ori, on the other hand, is a. I don't know if we should tell her anything. She might talk, especially to Shella, and I don't think Shella should be told anything at all either.
So
Oh,
anyway,
Shella
at
must-
the wedding, we want to make sure that we have all the conversation pieces about being honest to each other. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Like, no, Shella is the last person that needs to know. Do you know what will happen if she finds out that we're going to see my not parents?
Well, you have an out now.
No, but you don't understand the whole pretense of delaying the wedding was seeing my parents. If she finds out that they're not my parents, the wedding is on, and I can't do that.
Well, she will still have to meet your parents.
We have to take a boat ride, right?
Yes, the only way there is by sea.
Yeah, something could happen.
Something could happen, alright? She could accidentally fall off a boat. I hear you.
We are
Aw.
not. We are not going to kill her. As much as I don't want to marry her, she is still a living person with thoughts and feelings.
And you made a deal with the devil.
Ori don't know shit right now, okay?
Yeah. We're back to gaming over there. Alright, so here's what we can do, guys. I know you guys are deep in this roleplay, but you guys want to take a quick hour, or not a quick hour, but like a quick 5-minute break?
Oh God.
Yeah, no, 5, just 5.
Yeah.
Not, like, I have no concept of time, so it might actually be 10, or it might be 3, who knows? But I say 5, just because it's a good number, right? We're going to take a 5-minute
Yep.
break, so stay tuned. And we're going to see if we actually leave the tavern anytime tonight. Otherwise, yeah, I'm set. Like, I have plans, but you guys keep doing you. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, though. So stay tuned as I go ahead and put us on our BRB. And, yeah, get you something to drink, too. Don't forget. Take care of yourselves, guys. Hello, hello. We are coming back from our break. I'll go ahead and get the media player out of here. Kick that to the curb. And we should have our background noise playing. Huh, how's that in frame? I don't get it. Alright, so... belly full. I guess you guys are even having your own dinner in the game.
Yeah, it's like basically would have ended that conversation with, well, on the notion of supper, I believe that Kronk has offered a good point of advice. Let's head our way back down to the eatery, and kind of opens the door.
And there's well, you wouldn't see Arthur. Arthur actually hid. So
Okay.
like I don't know, maybe he
it would just be
crawled up on
hilarious if he was still up against the door trying to hear, but
Well, maybe the reason you couldn't hear is because he like spider climbed up the hall and he's wedged up at the top of the ceiling trying to listen in. I don't know. It's up to him how he wants to do that. Well,
yeah, Dad, how did you hide yourself?
I think your mic just died, dude.
Yeah, I
mic-
can't. It's
Yeah,
like
it's warble, like warbling noises.
Is the spider?
Ah, there you are. Hey, welcome back.
very-
Yeah, so if I was cutting you off, it's because I didn't hear you. So go ahead, tell us how you were hidden, please.
So I was just kind of pushed up against the wall, kind of hand to the door, waiting for it to open. The moment it opened up, I was just gonna kind of nonchalantly walk past.
Hmm.
I know I'm using that wrong, so I'm just say inconspicuously walk past.
Alright.
Ah, there you are, Arthur. Where have you been?
I was just getting some food and I was gonna go meditate for a bit.
Oh, we were about to go down ourselves. Are you sure you'd not like to join us?
Just kind of struck. Yeah, sure, why not? Company is always nice.
So they
And
go down for food.
So as you guys are going down for food, Shella would have been fitted, and she would find out that her dress would be ready in a couple of days. And she put down the down payment, and the woman looks confused. What? My currency's good here, isn't it? And you see her drop down a bunch of bones and pebbles. What do you do, Ori?
Oh, gold, Shella, not bones.
But this is all I had. That's how my master paid me.
Oh, your master must not have been very nice.
Looks at you funny.
Do I have enough money to cover it?
I don't know.
One second.
Do you want to cover this? That's the question, really.
I only have 10 gold.
Actually, give yourself 500 gold for wait, we're level 6, right? Yeah, 500 gold for joining in.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get a chance to award it because you never had a chance to buy anything, but now that you're looking at it,
Yeah.
yeah, you have 500 gold. Yeah, with that information, yeah, you would be able to pay for it. It's simply 50 gold if you wanted to pay for it.
Okay.
And it would cover both your dresses. Like, she considered the same project.
Okay, so now I have 540 gold. Or 440 gold, sorry.
I think your math is still off somewhere. Should have 460 if I'm doing math correctly. Said you started with 10, plus you got the 500, that puts you at 510, and then you take away 50 from that leaves you with 460. God damn it, I don't want to be a human calculator. Get out of my head! But, there you
I'm
go.
sorry!
Not you. More
Okay.
me. Like,
I'll pay for it!
I had so many math quizzes in D&D these past 3 days. So, oh, well, thank you, dearie. She takes your money and then says, I'll have it ready for you in 2 days. I got another project ahead of you, but it'll be next. I promise. And she...
Okay, thank you!
And Shella gives you all the bones and pebbles that she has in her pocket. Says, here, this is my payment to you then.
Oh no, that's okay. I don't need
No, I insist. You must take this. If you don't, I'll feel like I didn't pay for my own stuff.
Okay, I'll keep them in my bag.
So, almost similar
Okay.
to Slide, you have a bunch of goblin fingers in your bag now. But they're all bone. So that is the
Oh,
difference.
okay.
There's no meat on them, but they have been dried out and tanned. I don't know if you can tan them, but it's been pretty much just like a bunch of knobs from fingers.
Oh,
But
okay.
but apparently that's currency. where
Cleaned
she
and
comes from.
desiccated.
Yeah. It definitely cleaned up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, at this point, you guys managed to travel all the way back to the tavern, and it is about 5:30 or so. Everybody's having a meal, and then Shella and you come back, and you're able to partake in this meal as well.
Okay.
Hey, Faustus, we're back!
Oh, you've both returned.
Yep. And
Yeah.
we gotta. Do we tell him, or are we allowed to tell him? I don't know how this works.
I think you're allowed to tell him, but he can't see you in the dress until you're at the altar. I know that much.
Oh, these human ceremonies are weird, but I'm learning. So we went and bought a dress. Should I get you fitted for a
Yeah, I'm
tux?
gonna be your bridesmaid.
A maid of honor, they called it, right? Honor of maid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Continue.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the maid of honor to your wife, Faustus. It's
But
gonna be
now
great.
it's a bit too early for the W word.
Faustus, the offer is still on the table.
Oh, there you are. Kronk was sitting on top of you. I was like, where is Faustus? And Kronk was like sitting right on top of your token. I mean,
I got there first.
Well, then I guess he needs to move his meat, Well, he's got to be able to see his token too, I guess. Alright, there we go. And then I'll move her over here. That makes better sense because she'll still be near Ori. And yeah, you guys notice that the tavern is staying busy. The same redhead is still working, and she gets your meals, and you're able to devour however much you want. Apparently, I think it was part of the room rent as well, so you're probably able to eat because of that. So it won't take anything off you guys. But yeah, you have any other plans before it gets too late? We're probably looking around 5:30, 6 in the evening. Like, did you plan to go to the temple today, or is that another day? Did you plan to go to Rissa's estate, or did you not?
I originally think we were planning on doing that tomorrow because they were going to go do the thing, do the temple.
Yeah, I just want to know where we're standing with these plans because I keep thinking they're happening, but nobody's moving. And
well, if you all, it's still we still have some light. We could always check the temple.
Would they be accepting visitors at this hour?
Possibly. It's about 6 o'clock right now.
Mm-hmm.
They should still be there. And actually, it might be better if there should be less people around. So maybe they'd be more open to information.
Well, if nothing else, we would get a good view of the city layout anyway, regardless of whether the temple is currently accepting or not.
And maybe we'll find the quest port along the way.
Ooh.
I suppose that's an option as well. Well, then are we agreed then?
Yes, and I do think Arthur, I think maybe you should sneak in and maybe investigate like the back part of the temple. Maybe if they're hiding something. You never know.
That may not be the worst idea. I just have one question. What's the just a hypothetical? What's the worst punishment I could receive for threatening a priest or priestess?
I don't
Death?
know the laws really
Yeah, I think
here,
it'd be
but I would
death,
think
to be honest.
I mean, come on, it's a priest or a priestess. I mean,
but
it's pretty bad to threaten one of those.
Arthur, you can just take someone else's appearance, right?
Can you
I'm
turn
saying
into
that.
me?
No, I'm pretty sure Orin's just talking out of his ass right now.
No, he
I-
do it.
I'm a
Wait.
very stern boy.
He could just change with like a disguise kit. He can put some makeup on and
I'm
just
looking
put some
forward
makeup
to
on
it.
and put on a pair of
Oh.
clothing.
He had a brief
Yes,
encounter
Shella,
with Elizabeth, didn't he? Didn't she? Shella had a brief
Yeah, but she didn't
encounter with
realize it was
Elizabeth.
him.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like, yeah, let's see this hat trick.
It's like, no, Shella, he's suggesting that he can look almost like another person.
Oh, okay, that's different then, huh?
Like,
Yeah.
think about it this way. If you wanted to say look like that friend of yours that you mummified, you could grab possibly like some cages and put it on your back, and you'd look similar to him, right?
Oh, I guess you got a point there.
Same aspect.
Okay, so
Hey, she just changed right there.
Yeah, see, I actually found the right token, because that was a regular kobold. I'm better than that.
See?
Say,
Same
you are
premise.
you are certainly an extraordinary kobold.
The only thing she did was put some lipstick on. See, I'm different.
Yeah,
You're
and
very
there's
different.
there's more than one definition to extraordinary.
Yep. What'd you say, Ori?
I said, yeah, I think you look very different, Shella.
You would never know it's me. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
I can't say that with a straight face because that was just way too hilarious in my head. Never know it's me.
Never.
What are we doing? She has no clue.
I think we're going to some temple.
Shella, I don't think you should go.
Well, who's it for? Like, what temple is it?
It is none of your concern.
Aw, now I feel left out.
That's okay. I'll stay with you, Shella.
No, it's fine. I'll go find something else to worship. Goes to the other side of Faustus, takes his hand. Like you.
Mm.
No,
What-
Faustus.
Worship me?
She's definitely holding onto your hand as if that was the answer.
Aww.
So many alarm bells just blaring in his head right now.
Wee woo. There's
You
definitely a
guys
few
look
stairs
so
from
cute as a couple, Faustus.
True. Yeah, there's murmurs and whispers happening in the background.
It's Shella,
Yeah?
I have a special task just for you.
No, what do you got?
It's like, how about while we're off at the temple that you give us you go around the city and look for anything suspicious.
Good.
Oh, thank you so much for this. Okay, if you mean it, I'll be right back. How long should I take?
A year.
No! Not staying away from him that long.
So
I'll take a
if
couple
you can-
hours.
If you find a lead, I need you to follow it to its fullest extent. Don't let it get away from you.
Meanwhile, that were the famous last words that Shella ever heard. Out the door she goes with her new adventure about to begin, and she is going to go and investigate the city.
All right, that might buy us a little more time. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
I'm quickly going to go over to Faustus, put a hand on his shoulder. I think this is going to end horribly. You know that, right?
Frankly, I've been surprised by Shella's resilience. I feel like even if something happened, she would just be too stubborn to die.
That's a fair point.
It is my fault she is still alive.
It's my fault she's still like that bitch. No.
I did revive her once.
I don't think I was quite implying death being the worst thing that could happen.
Oh no, I don't think that's gonna be the worst thing that could possibly happen. I think that could be the best possible scenario for us. But I just think we're going to end up having a lot of major issues for ourselves now.
All
So we might
right.
just
Which one of these 100 plot hooks that never got bitten am I going to sit her on? Let's see here. No, but go ahead and continue. So, what's the intent, guys? What are you doing?
Exploring the temple?
happen with Shella, but Oren's like, let's head out to the temple.
All right. So, who's all going in that direction? Is everybody going?
I'll go.
I believe everybody is.
Yeah. All right.
I can always disguise myself. Yes.
And were we gonna? Okay, so help me out with the timeline of your plans, and let me know. Are you going to go try to see Rissa tomorrow? Then is that what's happening? Or
I
are you gonna
risked tomorrow. I feel like it's a bit late in the evening.
Yeah, because you guys like to burn the daylight. That's fine. Okay, so we go.
Sorry,
to the
don't you want us to explore your city?
No, it's fine. We can stay in the tavern. You know what? Let's pack it back in, guys. I'm not ready to leave yet. DM's not ready to leave. Now we leave.
And
no,
he was saying he was hoping for us to leave.
No. By all means. All right. So let me keep. No, get the fuck out of my tavern. You don't need to be there anymore. No. But you do make your way through the streets. Make an investigation check because this ain't no normal city, my friend. This is a metropolis.
Get the direction.
Wait, did we get directions? I don't think we got directions.
Yeah, I got the last episode because I asked the innkeeper where the
smart. All right. Then.
Yeah, I think I asked where was.
Yeah, there's like one tree between you and the temple, and it's driving you crazy, Kronk. It's not even a real tree. It's like a bonsai tree in a pot plant. You're like, how is that supposed to help my directions here? But no, you guys continue a little ways from the tavern, go up a couple streets, a couple blocks, and the Temple of the Wind, which is pretty much commonplace in most of the world, is erected in this city, and there's also an orphanage next door to it. The Temple of Kazia, if you will. This seems to be the only temple that is, like, noticeable. As I recall regaling you guys, those who follow gods outside of this realm, like Gong, like your god, is not seen in, like, they're not openly worshipped in this world, but, they exist. So, just in case, that's more for the audience, more than you guys, but, we got a couple new viewers, and we thank you for watching. Alright, so, excuse me. What's your plan of attack? Do we rush them? I mean, wait, we're going into a temple. So, yeah, how do you approach?
Well, I believe Faustus, you should probably do most of the talking.
Well, I mean, I suppose. Is
Yeah.
that
But I would like Arthur to go around the back way and see if there's anything sketchy going on. You never know.
What would you like me to do?
Stay quiet.
Okay.
So as you're approaching this church from the outskirts, like I said, there's an orphanage just right next door to it. It looks like it's almost built into the church itself or the temple. And you see several young children playing like if it was recess time. They just got done with dinner. They're trying to run out the last of their energy and then put them to bed. So you can see like nunnery out there with them just kind of like keeping watch. And you can see a bunch of kids playing tag or running around the field, kicking a ball back and forth, and stuff like that. Little young kids off to the right. And then off to the left, there's a direct beeline to the temple proper. Upon entering, Oh, go ahead.
While we're passing that orphanage, could I do a perception check to see if that nun is possibly wearing anything that would resemble the hill?
Sure.
Something just happened to my character sheet.
I believe
Oh
it.
wait, no.
No, I'm kidding.
No, actually, that was the
That was
expanded
me
the
saying.
turn.
Oh no, I was just saying like, yeah, you can roll if you can find your character sheet. No. She
Yeah, I
is
hit per-
wearing a necklace. However, this necklace does not have any iconography of the hill. It has iconography of Kazuya.
I would say to like Fossis is like, if they're looking for children, that would be a good place to look and take children from.
I'm trying not to think too hard about that.
He's literally having emotional scars that have just been revealed, and you're like, hey, look at that. They could steal those. Alright, so are we going into the temple?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright,
I was told
fine.
to go around.
Okay,
I
you're gonna
only
go.
have-
So you're gonna go around back, or are you gonna go, like, wait until you get into the temple and then see if you can sneak off? Dad? Arthur?
I'm going to split off now and head around back.
Alright, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Wait, I'm going to try and change into someone that would be a little bit less inconspicuous, a little bit more inconspicuous.
Is it an actual person or just a random? I'm asking for a friend.
Just a random person.
Alright, go ahead and make a... I mean, that's doable, but you're still stealthing out there, so... Correct me if I'm wrong, and I might be wrong, but a normal passive perception for anybody with a 10 is usually a 10. Would you like to buy yourself advantage?
Yes, can I? I cannot.
Oh, I guess you can't then, huh?
I'll buy it for you, Arthur.
Music is the gift that keeps on giving.
He just doesn't want to
Figuratively and literally.
There you go.
Alright, you may re-roll, and we take the first number. Oh, interesting.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Now you disappear from the campaign, and nobody knows where you went. But no, this time you were able to sneak off, change forms, and for now you are in the shadows at your leisure. If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and tell them what they see as soon as they walk in, and then I'll check in on you, or chime in if you think there's something you should, be a part of, alright? But as you enter into this white temple with a full row of pews, and a big old stage where the podium sits, and usually where the priest might be having his sermons. You can see this open pew area, and there's just like a few people in excuse me, a few people in here just kind of like tidying up, cleaning. You can see a couple of what looks like altar boys going around making sure books are put back in their right places. And then off into the corner, there is a dwarven figure who seems challier than most. And he kind of like turns his attention towards you guys, and he goes, "Well, well, well, welcome to the Temple of Kazia. Don't think we've had the pleasure. Please come in, come in." He comes closer. And where did it go? I had it right here. This dwarven's dressed in what looks like gold and blue. So like gold trim around a blue robe. He has black hair, a beard, and sharp green eyes that kind of like stares right into your soul. Well, at least you would think. My name is Fulton Meyer. I am the priest of this lovely establishment that you've all come into. How can I help you today? Or are you looking to donate?
Well, hello. We are new to this city. We just arrived, actually.
Ah, well, welcome to the city. What brings you here?
We've come actually for an urgent matter. I think Faustus, you're probably the one that should describe what we're looking for.
You're looking for something.
It's
Well, go ahead.
Well, we have certain concerns that there may be some unfortunate activity going on in this very city, looking for something curious that we don't fully understand.
Oh, speaking awfully cryptic, it's almost like I'm reading the good word. Come on now. Tell me what's bothering you.
Perhaps in either your experiences or travels or what have you ever heard any reference to what may be called the twins?
Well, it depends. What's the context?
Frankly, we're unsure ourselves, but we believe that there is a group, a very dangerous group, that is looking for one of a pair of twins.
We're unsure if it's a person or a thing.
You know, that sounds like gibberish to me. Like, I don't know exactly what you're looking for here. Look, if you feel like you need to pray to Kazia, maybe she can shed some light on it, you know. She will always bring the warm winds sent to you. So, what have you? Would you like to pray to the good goddess herself?
It's kind of like looks toward them. It's like, well, it's suppose it wouldn't be the first time accepting words in my head.
Go
He
see.
kind of
Hurt?
looks at Chief Faustus and he goes, "First time the temple, boy?"
First time in this sort of temple, yes.
Ah, well, hopefully it's a good experience. But you were talking about twins, and you know, I keep thinking, do we have any twins over at the orphanage? I don't think there are any, but so I don't think that's what you're looking for. But the context,
Well,
I
it would
don't. Go ahead.
It would only be one set, so not both the twins, only one.
Do you think we should drop the H word, Oren?
Yes, we should.
Are you familiar at all, good sir, with the Hill of Might?
The hill? Haven't heard that in a while. What about them?
Well,
Yeah,
it is. this is the very group that we're concerned is looking for whatever this twin is. We have reason to suspect that whatever they might be looking for in that individual or object is going to be used for no good.
Wait, the hill? They. Oh, okay. That might. Okay. It's a long shot, and it sounds weird for me to even say it, but are you familiar with Sparrow and a gruffier old coot named Denio by chance?
There was a sparrow on the wall in the cave, actually. I didn't. Yeah, there was a sparrow in the cave. I didn't know what to make of it.
Oh, that's alarming. Well, Her Highness comes down every now and then to visit the orphans, and usually Sparrow's in her care, or he's in, yeah, she's in his care. It's kind of like a bodyguard of sorts. He usually hangs out at the castle with her. I think they have a relation, but with the politics and stuff, he just doesn't present himself in such a way to, lord or king or whatever. But him and the queen are very close. If that's the sparrow you're looking to get to, good luck. I mean, like I said, he hangs out in the castle with the queen when he's here. He has been known to go out on endeavors, but I don't know what the castle's got going on right now, or whether or not they know anything about the hill. Huh? They're starting their
That
stuff
would make
again.
sense because I was told Timor Castle's where the twin is.
Well, if that's the twin you're looking for, then that is the one. Sparrow Deonte. He is the twin brother of Denio. And Ori, why don't you make a lore check, do a history check. Like, you might know things, and I can tell you stuff. And you might be able to add to the conversation. Incriminating documents. Are you making a history check there, Ori?
Are you saying Orn or
Ori? Silver.
Yeah, that's what.
Silver, did you cut out on us? Silver! Alright, well.
Did she leave a message?
I guess so. Alright, well, in that case, I'll get an investigation check from Arthur as you're scoping out the back rooms. Give her a little chance to get back.
Yep. 1 second.
Yep. I mean, it makes sense. This temple of Kazuya does not seem shady in the least. Everything is up to snuff. Everything is proper and prim. There's even letters of recommendation by the queen herself. It's not in her handwriting, but it's just like a certificate of authenticity that she supports the orphanage. And she's recognized for it.
All right. In this event, then I'm just going to quickly pick up some gold and continue searching about a bit more for maybe anything else incriminating.
Yeah, the thing is, with that roll, you don't find any gold. Silver, did you make it back? Yep.
They put the dimension box someplace else.
Mm-hmm. Silver, if you're here, can you type somewhere? Alright, she just up and disappeared, I guess. Let's continue with our conversation then. So he just kind of like looks at you and just shares a distant, can't believe this is happening now kind of look. I thought,
You've heard of a person named Elegas?
Ele- I don't. Name doesn't ring a bell, I'm afraid.
If you do, he is with the hill, and he's the reason why we're here, because he was looking for the twin.
Well, you'll have to forgive me if I seem concerned, or unconcerned, I should say, because I've never known Sparrow to lose a fight to anybody. I mean, he's a good man and all, and he's definitely really good with a blade. So this Elegus figure is actually going after him. He's going to need everything, including a god, to help him, I'm afraid.
And have you, has there been any disappearances of children of late around here?
Around here? No. Well, I mean, we take care of an orphanage of people, and well, we're all accounted for here. I don't think I've heard any of the mothers or fathers speaking up on any matters of kidnappings or anything of the like. And he's thinking about it. Like, you can see the wheels turning. He's like going through conversations right now. No, nothing comes to mind.
What about someone that's, say, adopted a large number of children?
No, good lord. Like, we would wish for something good like that to happen, but definitely that puts a red flag up, and we wouldn't let that happen anyway. No, I don't.
No, because
there hasn't been any recent adoptions here lately anyway. It's kind of sad, to be fair with you.
so there hasn't been recent adoptions, you're
No,
saying?
it's probably been well over a couple of months since the last adoption.
Has people been going in to try to adopt?
I mean, we get the people inquiring, but there's some regulations that usually prevent most people who come in from, getting approved. Like, we want to make sure they get good homes, and they're not going to get used for child labor or something stupid like that. You know what I mean.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm. We'll make sure Kazia approves of every adoption.
And you're in charge of making sure, right?
One of them, yes.
That's good to know.
Sister Josephine, she runs the orphanage, and she's, the caretaker of them children. I usually provide some festive entertainment and keep them busy with the church so that they're not, idle hands or the devil's playground, you know what I mean? Keep them kids busy. I'm sorry, something got your throat there, friend. You need a cough drop.
No, I think I'll be fine.
Alright, well...
If it would be alright with you, would you mind if we just popped into the orphanage? I'm sure the kids would enjoy some company, don't you think?
Also, Vastus is very good at singing.
Kids love me.
They see. Now that guy there, he looks like a jungle gym they would be more than happy to climb. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Doop-a-doop boop. Turning that on.
Well, make sure you state that you're casting guidance.
Well, I don't think it matters with a nat 20 with advantage.
Yeah, I guess not. Alright. Oh, sure, why not? I'm sure those kids will love jumping all over that jungle gym that's walking behind you there. No offense, good friend. Kind of like comes over and greets Gronk. Nice to meet you.
Good evening.
Well, you know what? How about I take you over? And he kind of like...
Oh, please, lead the way.
Yeah. He leads you to a side door that would lead directly out to the field and then the orphanage is right there. And you can see this one woman just kind of like getting everybody in line. All right, line up, everybody. Time to go back in. Oh, but we still want to play. It's getting late. Oh, Father, welcome. And who do we have the pleasure? Kind of like sees all of you coming over. Oh, they wanted to come and visit the children. Who knows? Maybe one of them might want to adopt in the near future. All right.
My house does not fit many children.
And as soon as you... Oh, go ahead.
I myself was adopted by my parents.
So, 18 of these munchkins instantly tackle Kronk to the ground and start climbing all over him. What's this dude? Wow, he's so green. Look at this. The shell is hard. Wow, I could climb up him like this. I'm on top of his shoulders. You can't catch me up here. And it's just a whole cacophony of children just clambering all over Kronk. Kronk, you're having a little bit of balancing issue, but you know, you can kind of like keep these kids kind of balanced. You're kind of like weaving a bit. But I don't think it needs a roll or anything.
Too late.
Oh, well, you managed to maintain your balance there. I'll say that's good. And yeah, they're just kind of like clambering all over you, and they're just like, one kid like goes up to your head, and if you manage to like poke your head down or anything, they try to intrude on your shells. Like, what's inside here? Trying to look underneath the chest plate or whatnot, and like, this is weird. What is this thing? And oh, kids, settle down. That's just a turtle if you've never seen one. I am so sorry about that.
My house.
Oh, you live here? Wow, that's interesting. Hey, can we come in? Is there a way that we can even get in there? Hey, look! And one of them's pulling your tail at the end. Is this a doorbell?
It is a toot.
Work.
Toot toot. Wow, it worked! And then, yeah, there's 3 more that come over there and start wagging it, too. I want to play with the tail nags. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Faustus kind of like leans over to the nun. It's like, they're quite the handful, aren't they?
Yeah, and she has got her hands to her face, and she's like, you can see panic in her eyes. She's like, yeah, they're a handful. I was not expecting company. Welcome. Pleasure to meet you all. And
So my name is Faustus, by the way. Like, holds out a hand.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Josephine. Pleasure.
My name is Orin, and it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
You as well. And your friend, kind of like points at Kronk. Who is? Oh, he seems like a natural at this. Look at him go. And yeah, we just
He's
see.
very
Oh, it's playtime over already, as you kind of like set them down in front of you.
Kronk, maybe you should show them some of your tricks that you can do, like moving Earth.
What? You can move the earth? Well, that's nothing. I can move the earth. Watch. And one of the kids just picks up a rock and throws it at the other kid. Hey, you're not supposed to throw things. And Josephine's, yeah, Timmy, put that rock. Stop throwing. And you could definitely see they're having that classic argument of authority right now. What do you want to do, bro?
Faustus puts his hand on her and gives her guidance.
Oh, and hangs him upside down. Oh, lovely. Hey, stop that! And he's like trying to sling at the air and everything, and all the other kids are starting to laugh at him because he's like dangling there.
You should be nice to your friends.
Put me down.
I down.
Yeah. Kid looks like he's in a panic now. Yeah, you put him down, I take it?
Yes.
Okay. So you set him down. And he quickly like runs behind Sister Josephine, and he's like, "I'll be nice. I'll be nice." They are a handful
Never
indeed.
hurt. It's never good to hurt people for no reason. If you were to do that, and when you're older, you could wind up in jail. You never want to be in jail.
Well, we weren't insinuating he was hurting anyone.
Well, if you throw a rock, you.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, okay. I was wondering which angle we were going with that conversation.
No.
just
Teaching the kid like right from wrong and
Oh,
stuff like that.
He's like nodding along, just kind of like hiding behind Sister. And all right, are you guys ready to go back in? Get ready for bed. Everybody get a bath. Oh yeah.
Okay, just for funsies,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna light some kids up.
Aww. So, like, a handful of these children within that 20-foot cube, he just casts fairy fire, and they all start to light up. They're, like, looking at each other, like, and what color is it?
It's gonna be red.
So they're glowing red, and their outlines like, oh, you're bleeding, and no, I'm not. And they're all kind of, like, making fun and having fun, and it's just a cacophony of laughter and silliness. As some of these children with this new red glow start running with circles around Josephine, she's like, "Oh no, what did you do to them? They're lit up like Christmas trees. What is going on here?" It's all right. It's all right, the priest says behind your back, and he just kind of like laughs. Fairy fire, that's a good one. Kind of like gives an elbow to Kronk.
They're enjoying it, and it is
They-
safe for them.
They are indeed, friend. They are indeed. You a priest yourself, or
I
something?
am herbalist.
Herbalist. Nice. Good profession. Honest pay in there. Be sure. We do a little herbaling around here as well, making healing salves and stuff like that. But yeah.
Looking for new and more powerful herbs to take back home.
Oh, are you? Well, I don't have anything I can offer or anything, or I would, but I'll keep it in mind if something comes up.
Thank you.
We don't dole out the holy kush.
Yeah. Can't give you the holy weed for free, you know what I mean? Yo. Delete that entire last scene. That part did not happen. But yeah, he just nods, smiles, sees you carrying on with the kids. And Arthur, are you up to anything new at this point?
Still searching.
Yeah, this place is dry as a bone, friend. Like, if there was an offering that you could steal from, they've secured it somewhere out of sight, out of mind. Or it's already been turned over to a bank or something. Like, there's just not a single coin in here. Oh, I take that back. There's 3 copper on the floor right before you.
Taking the copper.
There you go. You can add 3 copper to your coins. Somebody lost them out of their pocket change. Did we ever get silver back?
No, she's on Discord and she's not in the game.
Alright. I'll remember this. Alright. So, continuing forward, my friends. Is there anything else you wish to accomplish here, or are we about done?
Well, at the very least, if there was any intention to leave, Faustus would have, would have offered the dwarf 5 gold. It's like, please accept this on my behalf.
Oh, well, bless
I
you,
will,
Chow.
For the yeah, I'll leave some as well.
How much do you leave?
I'm gonna leave 15.
Let me check one of my sheets here. Where would it be even?
35 because then they'll just put me at 650 and I like even numbers. So 35.
It would be in one of the other games, wouldn't it? It would be. He thanks you, and then he hands you a single token. Take this in blessings of Kazuya.
Thank you. I hope this helps you as well.
Oh, more than enough, my friend. And in your hand, you have a token that will allow you to, if you reach 0 HP, you'll automatically be resuscitated, not needing to make a saving throw. So whoever holds that coin will have that blessing.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's basically a spare the dying in case you die. Whoever holds it.
Cool.
And is there any other features or things you want to accomplish here besides playing with these aggravating 3 and 6-year-olds? No, they're not aggravating. Some of them are being adorable, but there's definitely that one that's causing a panic. He's trying to look like the biggest and baddest kids. Like, they're not going to make me laugh. They're not going to make me smile. I'm not going to be like you. And they're all just kind of like enjoying the fairy fire and all the other effects that have been thrown into the area. Eventually, though, Sister Josephine gets them all in line. And they all go, "Aw, but we were having fun." And she's like, now, let's get our place cleaned up. Let's get some baths done, and let's get to sleep. You guys got a busy day tomorrow. Let's go. And they all start to march back into the orphanage.
Oh, what are they doing tomorrow?
Same thing they do every day. They play. And then
That's
they learn.
good.
And then, yeah, they teach them here as well. Play in school. And all the kids start marching in. The boy that you hung up by his foot, he kind of like looks back. And he waves really big at Kronk, makes sure that he's watching. And then once he confirms that you saw him wave, he just rushes back in.
By the time he goes in the doorway, Kronk's gonna wave back.
He's already inside. He didn't even get to see it.
While he was asking Sister Josephine about that, he would have Orn would have taken out his Hill of the Hawk medallion that he has, just as a to show that he has it.
Are you looking for somebody to garner its attention then?
I'm just mainly looking to see if she was to give a reaction when he pulled it out.
Let me do a roll. I'll see if she reacts. Let's do something like that. She notices it, and she kind of like approaches you and asks, "Where did you get something like that? It looked weird."
Well, I had to earn it. I had to, got it for being part of a certain order.
All right. So I have to ask you: are you? How are you conveying this? Is how I want to ask you the question, but my thought process is saying are you trying to be cryptic and keep it to we're not a threat, or do you want to make it sound like we are a threat and you should be scared of me?
I'm trying to make her, if she, the idea is I want her, if she's part of the Hill, I want her to know that I'm a friend. So I'm trying not to be threatening, I'm trying to be friendly.
Make a deception check then. You gotta beat a 17.
Oh, that's my worst. I have a negative in it. Yeah, there's no way I can do good in that.
So as you reveal this and you say those words, she just rushes the kids in even faster. Get inside, go now. You can see her voice has gotten sterner, and she's got more direct about what she's doing, and the door closes immediately behind her. If you stay just a little bit longer, you could probably hear what sounds like padlocks being put on.
She seems to know what this is.
That's odd. I've never seen her rush these boys and girls in so fast. What did you say to her? As the priest that's still been kind of like lingering there directs your attention.
She seems to have reacted when she saw. She asked me where I got this. And I showed her.
Where did you get that?
From our fight with the Hill of the Hawk.
I see. And what did you tell her?
She asked me where I got it, and I said I had to earn it.
She thinks you're one of them now. Wouldn't be surprised if she's seen that thing before. And it'd be in her best interest to keep them kids away, as you are sure to know, especially if you're talking of kidnapping.
It's good to know that she keeps the children safe.
These are
That
scare
is-
tactics I don't want to see used again in my sight, if you know what I mean.
Well, it
Please
was not
don't.
intentional scaring
Yes,
her.
I understand your intentions, but sometimes your actions speak louder than words, and sometimes those actions can be misinterpreted. Let's not have a scene where we all think you're part of the Hill, and I have to call the cards. He chuckles innocently.
No need to worry.
Well, I appreciate everybody coming by to visit. I wish I could have been. I hope I've been at least a little bit of help. Whatever you're investigating, whether for the will of all those around us or not. I'll leave you to your duties as I must get back to mine, if you don't mind.
So yes, as you may not think so, but you actually have been very helpful for us, and we're grateful for that.
Well, I'm glad to be of service. May the warm winds of Kasia bless your travels.
And warm winds to you as well.
And he does a little proper bow and then smiles and waves you off.
And I guess like going like into the street, it's like, well, we may not have found the exact pathing that we expected, but I do believe we already have discovered our inn.
I agree.
Like certainly if we're able, if our objective for tomorrow is successful, we may very well have the opportunity to, at the very least, check in on the situation.
I do wonder if Arthur found anything.
Where is Arthur, by the way? He
Arthur can
practically
re-
disappeared.
Yeah, you can re-enter the scene at any point.
As they're walking away, I'll probably come up to them in my other form.
Do you say anything to him, or you just walk by him?
No, I'll just go walk with them, see how long it takes them to notice me.
All right. Well, yeah. Make like you're blending in. Do you want to give yourself a stealth check, or like are you just standing out?
No, I'll just try to blend in.
All right. So make a perception check. You're looking to beat at least a 14.
Can I just use my passive?
Nope.
That passive is a bit
Oh.
large.
Wait, did you want me to make a stealth or a perception?
No, you ain't gonna make nothing. You say you're being casual about it. There,
So we have
you have to make it because he's Like, this is to see
Okay.
why is this person constantly following us, is the thing that you gotta do.
There we go.
That's why it's not passive. So, yeah,
Doesn't-
Orin, Faustus can make it, Kronk can make it.
Well, more of a question. Okay, so we all know how Kronk gets everywhere.
Right.
Is he between me and Orn and Faustus, or like behind me, or
What is the formation, Arthur? Are you up close to the person in front, or are you close to the middle or the back?
I'm sticking myself somewhere in the middle.
So, if Faustus was leading, he's hanging out with Orin. Yep. And
Yeah, he's probably leading with Orin speaking. Yeah.
Faustus, does that person look like they have the same clothes Arthur had?
Wait, what person are you? Turns his head.
yeah,
Point to who I think.
they've been
Arthur
following
is
you for like
like the-
5 minutes.
I think that might be Arthur.
Does Arthur reveal himself or what?
I'll stop and I'll wave to who I presume might be Arthur. Hey, it's good to see you, my friend.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you are.
Oh, I thought you were.
Honestly,
You
don't
have
need
the
to make a
same
deception
clothing as
check.
my.
I mean, it looks like
You-
a totally different person, but definitely weird that they've been following you for 5 minutes, like staying side by side.
Yes.
Like, that's the oddity. Like, I think he said he. Did you say you switched clothes?
Nope, never did.
Alright, so yeah, I guess that might be the indicator that cut you off. So yeah, they're like pointing it out to you clearly. So yeah, I'll go with Orin on this one.
have the same clothes as a friend? Did you get them from a store?
Yes, we'll say that. As he just has this. Okay, I can't keep this one up anymore. I was gonna say, as he has a small grin across his face.
You smile a lot like my friend.
Anything interesting?
That's because he is Kronk. He's been playing a bit of a prank on us.
It is a very good prank, though, if you think about it.
Oh ho ho ho, you guy.
Well, I certainly hope you'll have your A game for tomorrow then. We have to impress a lady.
I'm sure I could pull that one off just fine. Anyways, I found nothing in the temple. Nothing that would be incriminating, anyways. And under my breath, no gold in either, unfortunately.
Rubs his 3 copper together.
Well, kind of got information that would be useful, actually. It seems like we know what the twin is.
And it just so happens it already aligns with our goals to begin with, as we were already trying to get an audience within the castle to begin with. Potentially. Because if I remember correctly, the council meetings take place in the castle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I saw Pharaoh in the cave where we fought the Hill of the Hawk. So it does make sense. I'm actually quite surprised that we got the information on the twin so easily. I thought it would be more difficult.
Well, at the very least, he told us what he thought to be the twin. Now, that said, everything lines up very well, so hopefully we're not mistaken.
Does make sense, though. Got to admit, it's the only lead that we got, and it's a pretty good lead.
Well, I'm not disagreeing that it's a good lead, just just like we'll most certainly need to confirm it for ourselves, because we still haven't really figured out why they would want them to begin with.
Well, they are royalty. That's reason enough, right?
Yes, but I should think that our friends on the hill would want something a little bit more than just simply because he is royalty.
But they want to disrupt the government. How would you do that? Gaining influence.
Are you suggesting that they might try to do some form of control or possession? Or even maybe an impersonation?
What if they have a changeling?
That would complicate things very much. Not in reference to you at all, of course.
Obviously. It would be... Well, actually, that would kind of complicate things a bit.
Actually, Arthur. Should I call you Arthur right now?
That works.
I want to say I'm gonna actually roll stealth because I want to. Well, even though I'm kind of wanting to talk quietly because I don't want anyone to overhear what I'm about to say.
Alright. Are you breaking away from your group as well?
Well, no, I want our group to hear it, but I don't. I'm doing it more like to avoid like other hearing what I'm about to say.
Alright, go for it. Yeah, make it. Yeah, alright. 11. Okay. Okay.
Is there a way that you can identify others of your kind?
I could think of
Yes. Bludgeon the crap out of them.
Yep, that's the way I heard. Knock them the fuck out. That'll get them. Got him.
Is that really the only way we can figure out if someone is one?
To the player's knowledge, yes. That is something I'm digging up right now.
I mean, if bludgeoning doesn't work, just killing them outright works too.
It's very interesting.
I'll be a player. Yeah.
Well, hopefully it won't even come to that. And at least until we know a bit more about what exactly their purpose is. But that, I believe, will come with time, and we're not really in a good position to obtain that information presently.
You make it back to the inn at this point.
Actually, I think we would have maybe tried to stop for looking for the quest board since we did commit to that.
Make an investigation check. Whoever wants to do it. You can all do it, I don't care. Way to go, Crump.
Crunk is very good at finding
the quest board
places.
In the Time More Kingdom chapter, there is called a guild Advertonus Stillward chapter. The guild is noted by the Stillward family and was created by a long line of jobs from slaying monsters for excavation or trade transport and more. And you find the quest board within in a similar setup as it is at the 8 Pillars, but it's not as extravagant as Dragon Spines. It's definitely a 2-story building that has the bottom floor as the similar ale house that you would see in Shandor if you've ever been in that campaign. They have a place for drinks. They have the same thing at most of them. So all the guilds kind of work in the same function. Similar setup. There's a clerk who is kind of sitting behind a desk, but you don't see any turning clerk. So I guess they do both of the jobs. The first assumption you might have. And there's just this open space with several quest boards that are lining the walls. Most of the notes on the boards have been detached, but it is late, and the gentleman kind of like looks from behind his table. Oh, good evening. You see before you a half-elf clerk. Light brown hair, kind of like spectacles around his eyes, and he just kind of like looks over from a book. Are you here for anything in particular? Are you posting or taking?
I already have a herb quest, but I always want to help more.
Oh, are you now? Are you part of the guild in a different region? Because I don't recognize any of you.
A green dragonborn gave me this rock.
Oh, well, that is a guild rock to be sure. Let me, if you don't mind, can I take a quick look?
I'll hand it over.
Yeah, he seems to be doing like some kind of examination, and you can see him do some arcana like maneuvers. Like you can see his fingers dancing into the air, and arcane spells are like spouting out. He's like, "Oh, okay. Kronk, is it?" There you go.
Yes.
Looks like you've been progressing pretty well with that quest. How goes the herbs?
There were not many near the road on the way here.
It would make sense. Most of them herbs are probably long gone. But you're looking for further quests. I'm afraid you might want to come back in the morning whenever new boards get put up. Most of the quests here are gone. I mean, unless you know how to slay a dragon, I think there's a... Like, I don't even know how real that quest is, but there's a dragon quest up there, and everybody looks at it, and then they turn it away. But unless you know how to kill a dragon, that's like the only one up there. After looking at your rock, I don't think you should take that one, okay? Don't take that one. That's me being a joke, saying like the board is dry. You understand, but yeah, probably not a good idea to take that quest, just in case it's real. I would hate to think that I'm sending somebody to their death. I don't want to be that person.
Would it pay any if we went to get more information about the dragon?
Let me go look at the particulars on this one. I mean, it's a slaying quest, but maybe the guild will pay for information. So yeah, if you come across any, you know what? I'll put in a good word for you. If you come across information, I'll find a way to repay you. I like anything to help these clouts out who want to go out there and die. I got it.
There you go.
Verify that
Can
there's
we
actually... Yeah, he's like, verify there's actually a dragon, and then we'll find something for you.
Can you read the post to see general area of where it might be at?
Let's see here. I'm going through my mental map of the world right now. It would be located somewhere southeast, far to the southeast. Not quite anywhere near Dragonspine, but it feels like it would be halfway between here and there, and then you just go south. So like maybe a day to the east, and then perhaps half a day to the south.
So we'll call it a day and a half out. Okay.
Yeah, let's call it a day and a half.
We may go look, but we have many other things to do too.
Absolutely. Like I said, the board will be replenished tomorrow, I hope. But you're welcome to come back and see if we got anything different. But pleasure to meet fellows from Dragonspine. I take it that place is really happening, isn't it? Pretty awesome guild hall they have, I must say.
Yes, they were very nice. They had good ale.
Well, we have some good ale too. If you feel like you need some drinks, be my guest. But don't let me.
Grunk will take one for the road if no one else is gonna chat him up.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Faustus is just kind of like I guess like he would just like even just like be literally peering at that specific quest, just like
Yeah, it's
like how would they have described this?
like flashbacks of Tridier coming through.
For some reason, I feel like there's a part of me that would really hate this right now.
Yeah. Doesn't so the quest itself doesn't even describe the color of dragon. Like there's an undescriptive form of this, but they claim there was a dragon sighted in the southeast districts of the kingdom, and an extermination is called for, and nobody has taken it serious, or there's a lot of fear around just fighting a dragon, especially unknown.
I will say it does sound more like a prank.
At which point, do you guys continue back to the tavern at this point? Or
I think at that point, yeah. Unless Arthur wanted to go somewhere.
Yeah, you got anything, Arthur? Because if not, Shella's got a turn.
Where I want to go, I really need to go alone, and nobody can ask any questions.
Mhm.
So maybe we turn around and Arthur's not there.
Nah, I'm just gonna head on back to the tavern.
All right. So basically, you see Shella waving at you from the top of the stairs or on the porch area, and she's like, "Houses! Houses! I found something!" And she's waving an amulet of some sort in her hand, and as you get closer and closer to it, it's got like 5 figures on it or something, like it's dangling upside down or something, and as soon as you get closer to it, I'll let you know what it is. Look what I found! And she puts it right in your face.
I guess you'll grasp it.
Yeah, you grasp it to get a better angle, and what you see are 5 heads of a dragon, all different colors: white, black, red, green, blue. Did I miss any? I don't think so. I might. But yellow's not one of the colors. But 5 heads just dangling off of this necklace.
Faust just kind of like grips it in both hands and tries to analyze Shella, where did you find this?
In a warehouse?
Oh my god. A warehouse?
Yeah! There was all of them. There was a whole bunch of these in a box.
These?
Yes! It looked very suspicious, so I followed the lead. I saw some guy duck into an alley, and I followed him.
And did you see what this man did? Or...
Well,
what made it suspicious to you?
He put a hood on, and he looked left, and then he looked right. But he did not look left again. That's against the rules. You're supposed to look left twice. And he didn't do it, so I followed him.
I was just going to humor her. And what exactly did the man do once you followed him to the warehouse?
Well, when he got to this warehouse, I snuck in. And as I snuck in, I stepped to the shadows. And then I heard like 3 or 4 different voices. And this man had this box open. And he handed out these amulets. I went over to the box while it was still open and snagged one. And then I brought it back here.
So you didn't pay attention to the conversation that the men were having?
Good question. Let me find out if she did. Oh, come on, Shell. I need you to make a perception check. No, don't do it, DM. I don't want you to. but we have to, Shell. But I'm terrible at these. Yeah, you are. Oh, yeah. No.
So, and I suppose you didn't notice anything else about the warehouse itself, then?
It looked like it's been abandoned, and they looked like they were using it for stuff. And then after they gave these necklaces, they went down some stairs. I would have gone further, but at that point I had Fireball itching on my finger, so I figured I better leave.
Kind of turns to the others. It's like, okay, that part was a bit more useful, I think. Abandoned warehouse, suspicious individuals, and boxes of whatever these are for.
That's fine. Take a quick look at it.
Anybody can make a lore check of your choice, whether it be Arcana, History, or Religion. I mean, I think we know what to do, but just in case.
Faustus will give himself guidance.
I'll give myself guidance as well.
20.
10.
Orin, thing is, Orin, you're not familiar with Dragonkin and Scalebounds, if you would, since Shell is like really happy she found this lead. But everybody else realizes that these are necklaces of Tiamat. And past players might even recall that there used to be a cult of Tiamat once upon a time. And basically what she just described to you might be a cult following in the making as they start to replenish their old members.
I'm going to say this very sincerely, Shella.
Mm-hmm.
Good work.
Yay, I did it good! She starts doing a little hippity-hoppity dance. Oh, by the way, do any of you know who Belzaria is? That was like the only name I heard.
Belzaria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I said, Belzaria. It's a weird... Like, I thought they were saying Bell something, but then it's Zaria. Doesn't make sense to me. And honestly, it would make sense to any of you.
Doesn't strike a bell with me at any rate.
Well, I'm tired and bush. Let's go to bed.
I just have one quick question for you. Where was that warehouse at?
Make a survival check, Shella. But I'm terrible at these.
I give her guidance.
You give her guidance? Alright, that's fair.
It's like, just like puts his hand on her shoulder. This is very important, Shella.
And she's like got her... And I don't know, this might hit you like a ton of bricks, but she's got like her tongue lolling out and she's thinking really hard about it. Yeah. She... Somewhere to the south. You know what? I bet I'll see it when I see it. We should go during the day, though. It's really dark out, and some of you can't see in the dark. Or it's starting to get dark. It is dark. It's like 7 now. There is so much more that can happen. But seems like we got Orn getting sick and Ori not being here. Do we want to bring it to an end, or
I mean, like I know that the interaction with Lady Rissa was just going to be
definitely
Faustus and
Yeah.
Well,
if you
because
want-
that whole interaction was gonna be just Faustus and Arthur anyway. So
All right. I just want to make sure we get to the long rest. So at this point, is there any
Mhm.
shenanigans happening at night?
no, I think Faustus would agree. Like, yes, it might be best to look into this the next day.
All right. So without further ado, let's flash this a bit. So Arthur, you want to be able to pick up your wardrobe, right?
Yeah.
And we'll say like Faustus was tagging along, or did you go by yourself?
That's strictly up to Faustus.
I mean, I remember you like to do things personally, so I just want to make sure I wasn't walking on your scene there.
Actually, since the disguise will be complete, depending on what he thinks would be the most inconspicuous, might be best to have him along.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure. So he goes to pick out his outfits, and who do you come in as? Arthur, right? You're already Arthur, right?
I'm going back as Arthur.
Yeah. So, welcome back. I've got your outfits all ready. Do you want to pick them both up, or should she come and get her own?
She said she had some things to take care of today, so I'll take my wife's as well.
Oh, well, they're very good. Here you go, and she'll hand you over two well-kept bags that have your outfits inside them on clothes hangers and whatnot.
You'll
did
hear
you
a
get-
message in your head. It's like, wait a minute, you didn't mention anything about a woman.
And I'm going to mentally respond, yes. I thought that was because there is none.
Well, you have a good day, dear, and tell your wife I said hello.
I'm sure she'll appreciate the message.
Oh, and
I give him
do
a
let me know if
bow
you.
and head on
Yeah.
out.
And as you're like walking away, she's like, "Oh, make sure if you need to come back to get it refitted, I'll be sure to get it done right away." At which point you're all exited out. And what's the next step in this plan?
So let me get this straight. Are you planning on wearing that dress? Because
Well, that depends completely on what you think would be most appropriate. Do you think it'd be too suspicious if two men walked in, or do you think it'd be too, or do you think it'd be a little bit less inconspicuous if a man and a woman walked in?
They're just thinking for a moment. just
Oh, me too, man. Pick your poison.
as much as I hate to say it, it would probably be more normalized if you were a woman, which good forethought, but also I wish you would have told me.
But I tried to warn you when I came back as the other person.
Some people need to be spelled
Yeah,
out
yeah,
for.
yeah, just the dot, just the lines
Connecting, it's like, oh, I probably should have seen this coming. But it's not important. The important thing is that our story is maintained.
Yes, sorry, I should have let you know on that a bit more, but what's done is done.
At any rate, we got what we needed. So I guess you should do whatever you need to do to prepare, and then we'll be off.
Most certainly be lies.
So I guess maybe they'll just like make their way back to the tavern and
Do a
like
quick
Faust
wardrobe
just like
change.
waiting outside the door.
Yeah, yeah. At which point, if you guys want, we can locate Lady Rissa's estate. Which I believe.
And I was given directions last session, so
Yeah.
Faustus does know where it is.
I think this might. Or actually, I think it's just a little bit. You know what? We're gonna just say this is it right here. But yeah, you're able to make your way to the north side of town, closer and closer to the looming castle that you see off to the northwest, as the city that spirals out below beneath its outside its gates. And you come across a pathway that leads to a very luxurious looking manor. Following up the path, there is gates that kind of like block you from getting too far in. And before you, you see a couple of gate guards who kind of like bring down spears and like, where do you think you're going?
Oh, my apologies. I'm afraid that we must have forgotten to send word, but Faustus Stonebreaker and Lady Elizabeth seek an audience with Lady Risa.
Hold on a second. Sends like a goon to go check. And he comes back with, alright, you can go see the retainer inside. They are waiting for you. I'll guide you in. And he kind of like opens the gate and leads you inside. And what you see before you is like this wonderfully kept garden. Different variety of flowers in spectacular view. There's like a water fountain in between a couple of these that, like water fixtures that are currently spraying water out. Like perhaps a mermaid just spilling out a bucket of water. Or a fish that's spitting water out of its mouth. There's different settings of flowers and paths like that as you kind of like go up to the path to the main building. And once you enter into the foyer of the building, a gentleman kind of like looks from behind some spectacles, and he turns his eye up and he looks and he goes, Dawnbreaker, was it? I don't think I've ever heard of you, but Elizabeth, how have you been? How's your husband doing? Haven't seen you guys in a couple of months.
Oh, Arthur's doing quite all right. He's been busy here and there. Hasn't really
Well-
had much time to be home.
Well, if we knew you were coming, we would have had you. I'll go see if the lady's in. Hold on. And he stands up and excuses himself, leaving you two in the foyer.
You hear a message in your head. You hear a message in your head. Did you sincerely take on the identity of someone that was already of nobility?
Mentally, I shall reply. Kind of. Didn't know about the nobility part. That's a story for a drunken me later.
Drunken.
Message. Just. Okay, just be careful of what you say. If she catches wise, then the whole charade is off.
Mentally, I'll reply. Just on a side note, in case this does go horrifically south, Doran can speak with the dead, yes?
I don't know, Kitty. Welcome back, Orange.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you got that answer from the abyss. So, after a short while, a elegant-looking woman, platinum blonde hair, short, just cut down to her shoulders, glances over and says, Elizabeth, darling, what brings you here today? You know I have time for you if you need it.
I give a courtesy bounce. Hey, Rissa, it's a pleasure to see you. Actually, I was looking into some information.
Oh, who's the new boy toy? Does he know?
Faustus just kind of blushes at that comment. Just paralyzed.
Of course, he knows I'm a woman, yes. And with that, I'm going to kind of give a very subtle shush motion.
Roll deception. Very well, then. This way. And she leads the pair of you into an open space where she receives her people. What is the name of this room? I can't remember. Not a dining room, but oh man, it's gonna bug me, isn't it? It is. But like a waiting room, I guess. But she's out here with you, and she has one of her manservants offer up a drink. Rum and coke or no?
I think today I'll be a no.
Hmm.
At least for right now. Maybe I'll take you up on that offer later.
Oh, very well then. Just give him some water for now. So, what is this information you have to share with me?
It's not so much share with you. It's more looking into some
Oh, so you're
rumors and such.
wishing to procure information. Oh, that's a little tricky, darling. You know how I work. Very well. What are you looking for?
Yes, we're looking into something about the Hill of Might or the Hill of the Hawk. It's one of the two. Apparently, I've had contact with a certain underlord, changeling.
Hmm.
Didn't quite catch his name, but he said he had some rather interesting information on you. Said apparently you were associated somehow with them.
Is that so? And Swindler's Den comes to raid us with a party of 9. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the calling. We're about to butcher this man's story. She stares at you with these eyes that you get the feeling that you just said something that triggered her.
He was just a bastard is all. Plus, where there are rumors, there are some time etchings of truth.
Make a persuasion.
And I'm going
to
to
smooth it over. I'm giving you a DC this time. Welcome. Fair enough. She sees that you kind of like push, like you're definitely covering this conversation up with a lot of hearsay, and she's like, "That better be all this is hearsay. You hear me? I would never associate myself with such klutz of a group. Not a single one of those morons could even imagine to accomplish anything." And you could see her voice just getting verbally more angry about this group you speak of. So, Elizabeth dear, why did you come seeking me for information? This is just hearsay.
Oh, but that isn't the only reason we've decided to pay you a visit.
Oh, what and why is that? She kind of like stares, almost like with hungry eyes as she looks at Faustus.
Trying his best to ignore that.
Yeah, you should.
It's like I am, as you are not familiar with the Dawnbreakers because I am from a foreign country. I'm sure you're aware of Corinthia.
Foreign blood. Interesting. So, Elizabeth, where'd you pick this one up at? Like, did he come to you or did you get him ordered?
No, I just found him on the streets is all.
Oh,
Couldn't pass up the opportunity.
And what's a poor Dawnbreaker doing on the streets, all the way far from home from Corinthia? Do tell, I do want to hear a good story.
So, well, my family is largely known for its insurance policies, but I was tasked to deal with some business here in Timor, and we happened upon each other in the street.
Fair enough. Make a deception.
But frankly, I'm a bit.
I'm definitely doing a cadence of DCs here just to see if you can keep this conversation in your favor.
Ignoring the guidance.
Yep. So, why are you giving yourself guidance, dear? No. Are you unsure of yourself? Is there something I should know about? But no, she's definitely like giving you guys the stink eye. Like now you're here and you're making accusations and a lot of things she's already figured doesn't add up, but you're keeping the conversation favorable, so she doesn't know exactly what's on the table.
But like more to the point, I've been quite bored since I've come to this country. I'm used to far more elegant affairs, and I've heard that this very city holds a bunch of very formal, much more suitable events for people of our kin.
Oh. Are you asking perhaps to come to one of our balls? Is that what you would like? All the way from Perithia wants to experience the hobnob with those in Timor. Ah, I kind of like that idea. What do you think, Elizabeth?
I mean, to be honest, it is dreadfully dull right now with life, with Arthur being away too much.
And what's Arthur been up to, by the way?
To hell if I know, he rarely tells me anything these days. One minute I know he's off going to another country, next thing I know he's trying to start a revolution. That's a joke, but you get the idea.
Oh, Liddy Lizzie, you just know exactly what to say about him, don't you? When are you gonna leave him like you said you would?
And holding on onto all that power does have its benefits.
Deception check once more. Strong. But you definitely make a perception check as well. What do you got for me, Crow? Oh, I thought you said something, Crow. Sorry.
Also, roll the right skill.
Yeah, you did. Or, yeah, there you go. Helps if you do. Well, did Kronk go with? I don't know if you did, Kronk. Did you?
No, I didn't think I did. That's
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we've been locked in this scene here because, yeah, it was definitely a scene we knew that these two were the only ones going. Faustus, you roll perception as well. That's what I was actually waiting for.
Okay, I wasn't aware if that was just to Arthur or was to me as well.
No. I need both of you because you're both paying attention, right? All right. So she doesn't seem to be upset with the way the words are flowing, but Faustus, you definitely get that familiar look that somebody gives when they're like, "Ha, I caught you." Apparently, something she said to see how it would rub someone was said, and she was looking for a reaction, and she got a different one, and that very familiar look of like, I got you, just kind of like gets noticed, but she plays it off. So, is there anything else? You want to just party with us, is that it?
It's like if I, oh, pardon. Well, unless you imagine us to be dull company.
I haven't decided yet. But please, continue with your honeyed words. Why should I invite you?
Yeah, like Faustus was like, would kind of like smile like, well, I should imagine that a lady of your position would be more than willing to try to make important connections in various areas.
You see her cross her legs and she picks up like a bell on his little table and she just rings it gently. And two of her manservants, who look very bulky and big, come out. Just stay near.
I would like to make a quick insight.
What are you trying to incite? Or you're trying to evaluate the situation? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Perfectly fine. She's not on to you or anything. Like, this woman's just got manservants around because there's another man in the room. Maybe she just doesn't trust him. or maybe the actual intimidating size of these bulky men is just here for a show. But she continues with the conversation. Don't don't let this be a bother. I just felt like I need a little extra company just in case. But if you guys are as true to your word as you are, perhaps I could invite you to one of the balls. Is that really all you're seeking, or is there something that I should know about? Not gonna tell me?
Faustus, no, Faustus would respond with, "It's I can tell you with certain honesty that my desire is uh, to simply consort myself with people of my own kind."
Make a persuasion? Or are you trying to deceive her? Or does it even matter?
It doesn't technically matter because I'm proficient in both, so
Yeah, just pick one, dude.
it's going to persuade with a 23.
She crosses her leg the other way, and the guys that are around her kind of like relax for a moment. They're not trying to impose themselves threateningly, but they just want to be known that they're in the room for her. I see. Well, I did have a shindig planned for a day or two. No, when was that again? And she kind of like chimes over to the other gentleman who had the spectacles, who was waiting at the door. He's like, "Oh, I believe that is next Friday." Oh, so that's about a week away. So, if you're interested in getting in on a private party that we will be hosting at the manor, you can join us next Friday. Take their names, will you please? What was it? Faustus, was it? Dawn Break what?
Yes, Faustus Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, and you know Elizabeth. Yes, ma'am. I'll write it down. So, are you two an item? This, like, I get that she's not telling Arthur, but... And she's like looking at Faustus for the answer.
So I believe that Elizabeth's matters are her own.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell, are you? Well, you came for what you sought, I guess. Is there anything else you would like to talk about before I tend to other matters?
Is like the Is there anything like very notable in the room?
Besides the two bulky men who look like they could choke a neck real quick. Around you, you see what looks like a library. This is a sitting room where you can like pass the time and whatnot. So there's like several books along the shelves. Some of them have like golden borders indicating that they're very valuable books. It's definitely a luxurious scenario here where she's sitting on like a small couch, and there are two armchairs that you're currently sitting in that are made out of red velvet and blue type of pillows that are like seated underneath you. Like any other decoration is gaudy to a point, but it's a fanciful gaudy that just screams that I have money and I'm going to make this place look as good as I can get it. The area is very well kept. There's hardly anything like a mess of any kind. Like there is some kind of like organization skill that's also been put to play. Other than that, if you're looking for something more particular, you can make a perception and tell me what you're looking for.
Oh no, it's just like that's about enough. Like, well, frankly, I can't help but admire the decor.
Oh, well,
It's been
glad
such
you
a long.
noticed.
It's been quite a while now since I've last been in the estate myself. So it just
Yeah.
feels like you've put a lot of care into making this place look as well as it should.
Well, thank you. Not many people can recognize such hard and tedious work. I like you. You brought somebody fun, I think, Elizabeth. Well, I will make sure your invitation goes through, and we will see you Friday.
So thank you so much for offering us your time, Lady Risa. I'm sure that you are quite busy with your own affairs.
Indeed. I will take my leave then. Be sure to escort them out. Yes, ma'am. And the gentleman that you were met with, not the two burly ones, but the other gentleman, just kind of like, this way, if you would. And he'll guide you out.
Yeah, and as they're heading out, like Faustus will message to Arthur.
I hope you realize that you've been had, right?
I'm going to mentally respond. Yes, that is a problem.
All right, and
then mentally again. It's like, well, it'll be a problem that we'll have to deal with later, but at the very least, we'll get our foot in the door. Even if that door might very well be a trapdoor.
to a
Doors. Any door is better than no door at all. I'll make sure to bring some adequate supplies.
All right, and basically with the rest of our crew feeling a little under the weather, we're going to go ahead and end the session there. We will come back next week and we'll reconvene at the tavern and share what knowledge we have with the rest of everybody once we're all feeling all perky again after a week off. Join us next Monday, 7 p.m. Central, for the same group next week. Then also join us tomorrow, Tuesday, for the Mystery of Whispering Hills, where I get to play as a gnome barbarian. You guys are very weird with your choices. Never leave the choice up to the audience. That's terrible. But no, I enjoy playing Squiggles. He's a fun character, and we look forward to seeing what else happens. Wednesday, we were off last week due to scheduling problems, but we should be back next Wednesday for our Curse of Strahd. Thursday and Saturdays are my days off, which I will try to do a variety stream. So if you want to come in and earn those cookie clusters, keep an eye out. I might actually take the day off. I might actually do something. It's all up in the air. Take a guess. Friday is our open roleplay. So if you enjoyed playing with these, or this scene that's been playing out with all these guys, some of them come onto my Friday roleplay, and you can come and roleplay with us too, because that's an open roleplay for anybody who wants to come in. That starts at 5 p.m. Central. Come in early. That way you can get a character sheet, !Discord, !RP to join it. And you're welcome to play D&D with us on Fridays. And if you really enjoy Fridays, if you want to leave us a sub, you can subscribe to the channel, link your Twitch and Discord, and you'll be part of our sub-only campaign, which happens on Sundays at 12 p.m. Central. And I think that's the end of my announcements. Say goodnight to Twitch and Facebook, my friends.
Ciao, bye!
Good night.
And with that, my friends, if you stay tuned, we're going to go raid somebody after this, so you can get your cookie clusters. But I only have one more thing to ask.
Do you hear the calling? The chaotic calling. Stay tuned.